The year is 2022, and the world is in turmoil. Unexpected events and news are shaking the foundations of economies everywhere, and now China is entering the conversation. But this time, it's not good news. The dragon is slipping, and the Chinese economy is taking a turn for the worse. Investors and those whose fortunes are tied to the state are feeling the heat, and the future looks uncertain. Buckle up, folks, because this ride is about to get a whole lot bumpier as we delve into the collapse of China's economy. Are you ready to find out what's really going on? In this video, we'll explore the reasons and effects behind the declining Chinese economy, because a step into a world of financial uncertainty, where one misstep can lead to bankruptcy. But fear not, as our channel, Bankruptcy, is here to guide you through the tough times and secure your financial future. Subscribe now, and let's get started. Most notably, we'll look at the real estate sector issues. Chinese property giant Evergrande, whose liabilities exceed $300 billion, failed to meet interest payments to international investors. This caused a ripple effect across the Chinese property and banking sectors, prompting Evergrande to sell assets and scramble for a solution. However, it was not enough, and the company eventually defaulted on 2 bonds. These issues in the real estate sector go much deeper, though. About 20% of the total urban housing properties in China, which account for around 65 million properties, are vacant. This includes large sections of cities like Tiancheng, Tamstown, Binhai, and many others, which span hundreds of square kilometers but have far more empty buildings than occupied ones. With money tied to unlivable, unsellable, and unoccupied buildings, real estate companies are in compromising positions. This has been further exacerbated by the Chinese Communist Party's 3 red line policy, which places a cap on how much money a company can borrow. This has resulted in companies struggling for cash, suffering bond price sell-offs and stock price slumps. The Chinese stock market is also facing issues due to regulatory pressure from the Chinese Communist Party. The party has its hands in everything and not afraid to intervene when it sees fit. This has resulted in the blocking of Ant IPO, which was set to be the world's largest, and the sanctioning of Alibaba, which caused massive losses for the company. The CCP has been performing market manipulation at its finest, with double-digit swings in the stock market, both positively and negatively. It has also pumped billions of dollars to inflate the Chinese stock exchange when it has felt it was leaning towards the losing side in regard to public perception. China's foreign policy is also a major reason why the Chinese economy is bound to get worse. The nation is disliked by its best customers due to its foreign policy, which has resulted in fragile trade agreements and relationships. This has made it difficult for China to export consumer electronics, data processing technologies, clothing, and other textiles. There are also fears that the USA will sanction China for its ties with the Russian government, which could cause significant losses. The Chinese economy is also impacted by the unbalanced population, which holds more elderly people than working class folks. With the implementation of the 3 red line policy, companies struggle to borrow money for growth, and there is a low level of investment in the stock market. Shanghai is also facing a lockdown, which is estimated to have a 0.4% impact on the entire nation's economy. The first issue in the real estate sector, the failure of the Evergrande to meet interest payments to international investors, has caused a ripple of fear across China's property and banking sectors. To make matters worse, there are also ghost cities in China, with vast areas that are completely unoccupied due to high investment costs and a lack of economic opportunities. The implementation of the 3 red line policy has put a cap on the amount of money a company can borrow, resulting in a credit crunch and preventing companies from growing to their potential. The CCP's regulatory pressure has also had a devastating effect on the Chinese economy. The sanctioning of Alibaba and the Ant IPO have been major blows, while the market manipulation has resulted in millions of dollars being lost by unknown investors. China's foreign policy has also caused tension with other nations, which has put pressure on its export industry. The population imbalance in China is also having a negative effect on the economy. With an aging population, it is becoming increasingly difficult to support retirees with tax contributions of the working population. This has resulted in a decrease in economic growth and is likely to cause further problems in the future. Finally, the lockdowns in Shanghai have had a major impact on the Chinese economy. The factories in Shanghai have been forced to close, resulting in a 0.4 GDP impact on the nation's economy. This has also caused supply chain issues, which will further be magnified as the lockdowns persist. In conclusion, the Chinese economy is facing a series of challenges that are causing it to decline. From the real estate sector issues, regulatory pressure, foreign policy, population imbalance, and lockdowns, the future of the Chinese economy looks uncertain. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching this episode of Bankruptcy. If you want to stay ahead of the game and secure your financial future, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Until next time, take care and stay informed.